fasting is designed to make sure I agree with God and get on his page and read from his script. Let me say this while I'm thinking about it. When you're fasting, stop looking like you fasting. The Bible talks about in the book of Matthew, people who fast and they look like they fasted. Don't nobody want to see you looking hungry and malnourished and famished and your head held down, you're dry. You ain't put on no lotion or nothing, just ashy and dry. And you need attention. People say, what's wrong with you? My church is fasting. Really? I don't want to fast or go to your church. And David did so as the Lord commanded him, and he drove back the Philistines from Gibeah as far as Gezer. Your victory is in God's plan. God does not give generic words. David did something the second time around that we saw him do the first time around. In verse 23, the Bible says that therefore David inquired of the Lord. Before he made a move, David spoke to God. He didn't assume anything. He did not guess at anything. He stopped and spoke to God. And if you are going to carry out God's plan for this year and God's plan for your life, you have to make up in your mind that you will not do anything until you, and here's my first point, speak to God first. Your victory is in God's plan. Noise is unwanted, unpleasant, but sound is an audible vibration that travels through the air. God did not tell David to listen out for the noise. God told David, listen out for the sound. Speak to God first. Because David was connected to God, David heard a sound. However, because the Philistines were disconnected from God, all they heard was noise. David heard a sound and said, that's God. The Philistines heard a noise and said, what is that? David heard a sound and said, get ready. The Philistines heard a sound and said, we don't know what's happening, but something is happening. And just like that, with one swipe of his hand, God can bless you and confuse your enemy. With one audio vibration, God can bring a praise for one and a panic to the other. Deliver one and destroy the other. Victory with one and violence on the other. Release one and remove the other. Introduce one and delete the other. Break through one and break down the other. Sanctify one and scare the other. As the sound was being delivered to one and a noise to the other, the enemy put all their attention on the direction where they thought the attack was coming from. Watch the genius of God. In 2025 is your year to strike back